Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm rhicky28. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Today, I wanted to give kind of a breakdown of all the 5 different bosses in this spring cleanup featured program. I know I'm a little late on it, but there's just a little over a week left in the program itself, so I'm hoping that this can help some of the more casual viewers, or maybe if you're a veteran and you weren't sure which ones you really wanted to choose, because all 5 of the bosses are pretty useful. They all have their pros and cons. I wanted to give you my order of the bosses from 5th to 1st, because I think that at least one of these guys is gonna be vital for your team here in the upcoming months. To start us off, in 5th place, we have Ernie Banks. He's a lefty bat. He's gonna be a really solid guy if you don't have someone like Troy Gloss, or you don't have Albert Pujols, or any of the other really good third base options out there. Ernie Mathews is really going to fill that hole for you. You get to fit in a lefty bat. There's not a whole ton of lefties in the game right now. My only issue with him is that he specifically only plays third base, and he has reverse splits. So I would like Ernie Mathews a little more. He might get bumped up on the list if his power versus left and his power versus right switched. I know it's a very minor thing, but there's a lot of people that have trouble hitting lefty, and also you're not going to bring Ernie Mathews off the bench. So once you do get one of those top tier third base options, then Ernie Mathews kind of becomes completely redundant. He's not good off the bench. He's not really doing much. He does have a really good swing though, so if you love his swing, I can't really fault you for taking him. Coming in 4th place is gonna be Seaver. Now, Seaver has a really good pitch mix. He's got a sinker, he's got a slider, he's got the 12-6 curveball, which is kind of useless, and he does have a regular changeup. So he does have kind of the pitches that you're looking for, kind of not, because you'd rather have the circle change in there, and he doesn't really have velocity on the fastball. His hits per 9 are only at 86. Now, it's early in the game, you get away with 86 hits per 9. There are no real elite starting pitching options outside of Randy Johnson. However, Seaver's biggest plus is his 111 stamina, and honestly, I feel like at least at this beginning portion of the year, there's a lot more elite bullpen options than there are elite starters, so you're actually probably using your bullpen a little more. However, we also know that they kind of nerf stamina, so pitchers do run out of energy really quick. It's kind of a toss-up on that, but I honestly don't put much value in stamina. Honestly, at this stage in the game, Seaver is, I guess you could call him an elite starter, but realistically, the only real true elite option is Randy Johnson. So Seaver's gonna fill out your rotation. He's gonna be a good option, but he's just not one of the best in this set. At number 3, we have Ernie Banks, who was definitely one of people's early game favorites last year. He had a solid swing. I really enjoyed his cards, and he has an absolute ton of power. He does have a little bit of a drawback. He is only a right-handed hitter. He plays shortstop and third base though, so I think that gives him the edge over Ernie Mathews, even though Ernie Mathews has the better handedness because of the lack of lefty bats in the game at this point in time. However, Ernie Banks hits better than Ernie Mathews. He's got better stats than him. He doesn't have quite as much power versus lefties, but his contact versus lefties really makes up for that. So when you're on Hall of Fame, even if you're not using Ernie Banks as a starter, he could still come off the bench in situations against left-handed pitching. So he's really, really solid. He's a pretty damn good fielder at 81 fielding. If you put him at short, there's not a ton of great shortstop options right now. That's another reason he kind of gets the bump over Eddie Mathews, and that's why I have him listed at number 3. At number 2, I have David Justice. I know what you're saying. Justice doesn't have the speed. He doesn't have amazing fielding. Why would you make him your number 2 pick? Why do you think he's valuable? Well, the thing about David Justice cards are that they absolutely rake. Justice was a huge fan favorite from last year. Yes, his speed might cost you a little bit in the field. However, if you throw him in left, it's not the end of the world. You definitely don't want him in center field. You probably don't really want him in right field either. He doesn't have a good enough arm. He's not going to be fielding as well. However, you can kind of hide him in left field. That makes him a little less of a liability. And that bat is almost irreplaceable. Again, he does have reverse splits, which I'm not a huge fan of because you're probably not bringing him in as a bench bat versus righties. However, for me, at this point in time, he's actually going to be my left fielder for at least a couple weeks so I could see how it goes. I'm hoping the speed isn't too much of a detriment because I really want that David Justice bat in my lineup. He absolutely mashes the ball. I'm talking by far the best hitter in this set. It's not even a question about it. And the number 1 pick in this set of bosses is, without a doubt in my mind, Zach Britton. You need this Zach Britton card in your bullpen to be competitive and ranked. I think it's an absolutely incredible card. He's got outlier sinker. He's got a slider that says that it's 13 miles an hour less, but with outlier, the speed differential is much bigger. He's got 120 hits per 9. I cannot tell you how valuable that is, especially because he is a left-handed reliever. He is going to be in people's pens for a while, and he is going to give you fits. This card is absolutely filthy. And when I saw the stats on it, when I saw exactly what was going on here, I knew I needed Zach Britton. He was the immediate pick for me. Last year, his card was gross, and it was the beginning of the year, and this is an even better version of that card. For me personally, I really honestly believe you need Zach Britton in your bullpens. There's not a whole lot of lefty relievers that are better than the Zach Britton card right now. I would actually probably argue that he is the number 1 in MLB The Show 22 right now. I hope you enjoyed my countdown of the spring cleanup bosses. Hopefully this helped you to make a decision, and hopefully it really opened your eyes up to how good Zach Britton actually is and how valuable he's gonna be for, in my opinion, months in this game. There's not gonna be a better lefty reliever that comes out anytime soon, I don't think. But we got some gameplay right after this. I'm gonna show off. I bought all 5 of them. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Tell me a comment in the section below. Let me know, what do you guys think about the bosses? Who's your favorite boss? I would love to hear why I'm wrong that Zach Britton is number 1. The gameplay video is kind of friggin' short because Seaver and Justice really made my opponent rage quit. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Check out the game. We're doing Tom Seaver. We got all 5 bosses. We got 4 of them. We got Tom Seaver starting, 3 in the lineup, and we got Zach Britton ready to come in at a moment's notice. Trout, you better get there, buddy. Get there, Trout. Oh my, that was not a great start for Tom Seaver. And this is gonna probably sound dumb to you, but oh, come on, get there. Chase from his knees. I can, but it's a little laggy, and I'm not a fan of that, obviously. All right, 4 pitches, 3 outs from Tom Seaver. Not a bad start. Oh, Eddie Mathews, that was the pitch, bro. That would have been a nasty start. Nah. That slurve was disgusting. And he threw it again, and we rolled over on it. Not a good start for my bosses. David Justice, please, buddy, you're the one that I believe in the most. Justice! Okay, Justice at least got on the board for the bosses. That's good. Trout, okay, let's focus. Focus, Trout, we got this. Trout, we got it! Trout is disgusting! Chase, that's gone. Chase Utley, you're disgusting too. That went into the other baseball field. And Frank Thomas with the weird single. We take it. The god himself, Grady. Oh my god, I can't be late on that. If I'm gonna call him a god, I can't be late on that. I'm sorry. I mean, Gary Carter is just a master at staying alive right now. Chase with another defensive gem. Strike him out with the changeup in the dirt. Let's go, Seaver, baby. Okay, Chase Utley still making plays. Let's go. He is kind of generic, isn't he? We were late on that, but it's still Adley Rutschman. It's still Adley, and he kills the ball. Everything's an extra base hit with Adley. All right, the sack bunt from Tom Seaver, we take it. It almost wasn't a sacrifice. Okay, now it's time for the bosses to get through. Eddie Mathews is not a single, but it is an RBI. We'll take it. Ernie Banks killed it for me last year, so I'm hoping this card is good, but not if I take a swing like that. Not if I take a bad swing like that. Okay, so far in our bosses debut video, only Tom Seaver has truly dominated. Come on, Frank. All right, let's go. Tom Seaver with the hustle. Eddie, okay, if you're not gonna get it done with the bat, you can get it done with the glove. We'll take it. Okay, Tom Seaver is gonna look like a god when he strikes out Strasburg. I'm just saying. He's about to make him look silly. There we go. Not Seaver's proudest accomplishment, but he's happy. We would like a nice performance from you, Justice. Is that gone? David Justice with the bomb. Okay, at least the guy I really believed in is doing it. That was a quick game.